stood up. I kind of sat down again, and then I stood up again. Then I started to mutter, and realised I was muttering, so I stopped and started again. I started to speak a little bit louder. And I cracked a joke. Nobody laughed. So I stumbled on a little bit further and then cracked another joke. It was a kind of an in-joke between myself and my mates. Nobody seemed to really understand it. So I thought, well, I'll try and be a little bit funnier. But my voice got quieter and quieter and quieter. People in front of me couldn't even hear me. And eventually I just went bright red in the face and sat down. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests this evening. That was my first experience of public speaking. I was speaking at my best mate's wedding. I was his best man. And I felt a real heel. I felt like I'd let him down, I'd embarrassed him, and I'm completely and utterly embarrassed myself. And it brought some action into my life at the time, because I remember from that day on, I decided that I would never, ever, ever be embarrassed getting up for an audience, speaking in public, ever again. That actually set on fire a course of events over my life where I started to do presentations of things. Till finally, one day, a friend of mine came to me and said, "You know what? You should be doing Toastmasters. You could learn a lot from that." And it was about the time when we were using, would you believe it, slides to actually present a presentation to our clients. And I saw my boss doing it and said, "Right, you're doing the next one." Wow, I was really quite scared. However, I had survived to that date 6 further weddings as best man on 5 of those occasions and groomsman on another. And I hadn't let my mates down. So this was a really good start. What I want to talk about this evening is the things that I have found from Toastmasters, and share them with you and inspire you to actually use these when you're constructing a speech, when you're wanting to impress your boss, when you're wanting to connect with your audience. I call it like 3 peas in a pod. What we need to do is learn to speak with power. We need to speak with purpose. And we need to speak from the heart. We need to speak with passion. Speaking with power, it is said that life and death is in the power of the tongue. And we can crush people, or we can inspire them, we can lift them up. We can hurt people, or we can comfort people. We can motivate people, or we can demotivate people by the very things that we say. We need to look at what we're actually saying, the words we're using, the semantics that we use. We also need to learn how to use our voice as a tool to connect with other people. And this is why I'm saying we need to speak with power, because power comes from within. Power comes from our diaphragm here. For me, I find that to connect with my audience, I need to be talking to the person behind the person furthest from me in the room. For instance, Warren is there. I'm actually talking to someone behind Warren at the moment. This will help you to learn to articulate, but also to reach out to your audience and connect with them. We need to use the right words. We need to use the right semantics. We need to know what our message is. Which comes to my second point. We need to speak with a purpose. What is the purpose of you standing in front of an audience and learning to connect with your audience in some way or other. What are you going to be doing? Are you going to be entertaining your audience? Are you going to be inspiring your audience? Are you going to be teaching your audience about something? Are they going to be learning? Or is there some other thing? Is there a call to action at the end of your speech? And these are the things that we need to be thinking about when we're creating a speech. The other one is, what is your message? So your purpose, is there a message in your speech? What is the intent of your speech? And what do you want as the outcome? Thirdly, we need to talk from our heart. I have found the most sincere speakers, the people who actually connect with their audience the most, the people who actually get their message across effectively and in a powerful manner, speak from their heart. They say something that has worth to themselves. They say something that has value to their audience. Speaking from life's experience can do that. Having something that is emotionally connected back in your past, or something that might have happened recently that you have been affected by. For instance, I have sat in front of the TV watching the news as that tsunami hit. Everybody remembers the giant tsunami in recent times, and I cried. If I talk about that, and I talk about the effect on people's lives today, I can speak from my heart because there is an emotion attached to it. When I want to connect with my audience as far as my own values are concerned, what has formed my values? Things in my life. The death of a parent. The death of a brother. The death of my favourite pet. Like Daniel there from last week. These are things that have profound effects on our lives, and they touch other people. So my call to you tonight is to learn to use these three wonderful things to connect with your audience. Speak with power. Use the power of the spoken word. Use those semantics that are going to connect with your audience. Use lots of word pictures, things that are going to have vivid imagery. Use some rhetoric. Secondly, speak with a purpose. Have a plan to your speech. Have an intent. What is the objective of what you're going to be saying? And thirdly, speak with passion. The heart of the matter is your heart. How you connect with your audience is going to be determined on how you connect with who you are inside.